Okay, so joining me now is the Ives manager Ricky Marheineke after the Ives 3-1 defeat at home to Leiston. Ricky, disappointing after being a goal up. You must be frustrated and disappointed as well.
Yeah, I'm always disappointed if we don't win. Listen, it is what it is, and we've had a chat. I think today for the first half, I thought we started the game well, and then I thought for the next 20 minutes we were sloppy. We gave the ball away. Leiston played well. They were good in possession. They moved us around, and they were building some momentum. But ultimately, it's a couple of individual errors in the lead up to the goal that allowed them back in the game, and we have to be a little bit better on that, not letting teams back into games, because I think even though they had a lot of possession and they moved it around well, they didn't really have a threat on our goal. I think they only had one shot which was off target in the first half. So and then second half, I thought we were a little bit better in possession, just weren't clinical in front of the goal. The goalkeeper's made one unbelievable save in the first half. He's made two unbelievable saves in the second half, and we've missed a gilt-edged chance in the middle of the 6-yard box, putting it straight at him. So, look, the game was decided. They were clinical, we weren't clinical. I think they were better in the last 20 minutes of the first half, and I think the second half was what it was. It was two evenly matched teams, and it's disappointing. Like the third goal, we just threw loads of men forward to try and get an equaliser, so it was always susceptible for the counter-attack, and that's what happened with the third.
And we could have arguably gone on to get another goal after the first. We had a couple of chances. Josh Allen's gone close, hasn't he, and so forth. And,
yeah, I think exactly that. Marheineke's was an unbelievable save. The one we tipped over the bar was an unbelievable save. Josh had a couple of really good moments where blocked. I thought they defended well, so we'll give them some credit. Even in the lead up to the third goal, when we were pushing hard for that equaliser, we had two great opportunities where the centre half was pinned in and around the 6-yard box, and balls getting set back, and they were throwing themselves in front of the ball to defend their goal. So we needed to have a little bit better composure in those situations. Maybe pick a pass rather than trying to shoot in the crowded area when we had numbers in the box. But ultimately, they defended well. Goalkeeper made some brilliant saves, and these are the sort of games where you look at and you go, which team's going to be more clinical in front of goal that tend to win it with the league the way it is, and they certainly were that today.
We lost Johnson Dianthe midway through the second half. Was the change, did that contribute to anything?
Yeah, he felt his hamstring. We had to change the shape. Jono's been in really good form. His fitness levels are up. He's starting to look a real good player, which we knew he would do with minutes, and it certainly impacted us because we had to move. Yeah. We had some control in the game in that first 20 minutes, and then we had to move Will higher, and we had to bring Kaimani out of the back line, and we didn't really want to change the back line after keeping a clean sheet last week. And but yeah, these things happen in football. I think the midfield centre of the park was a little bit of a problem today with Junaid Mead missing. We missed him with him being on national duty. Albie O'Keefe being with Stevenage because of the FA Youth Cup game. So it's two midfield players that started against Bedford where we had a lot of control in the game that weren't available today. So it's part and parcel of football. Okay,
and then obviously just looking another positive, I guess, is the impact that both the new signings have made in the last couple of weeks. Amir Hadi specifically at Bedford last week, and Josh Allen coming on today.
Yeah, I think Josh trained with us Thursday, so he's going to take some time to get to know everybody. People are going to take time to get to know him. I did say that it's like we've had to reinvent ourselves again. We have to do it 2 or 3 times a season with players moving on and players coming in. So it's going to take time for the players to bed in and settle and understand. Last week, Amir was superb. I thought today he was really good as well. Today his decision making wasn't as good as it was last week, but he's a threat. He's very, very willing. He works exceptionally hard. He had some good moments in the game, and I thought Josh showed some glimpses of the player that we're hoping he can be for us. And it was unfortunate that we didn't make better use of the moments we had in the top third, but we certainly, I thought we carried a threat today. We just weren't clinical, unfortunately.
And then looking forward to next week, Telford away. It's going to be tough, but you never know.
Yeah, I think people said, Leiston at home, if you can get 3 points in that, then next week's a free hit. I looked at Leiston today. They've only lost 3 games all season. They're a really good side. Chris and Darren are doing a fantastic job as they've done for years. Always got good sides, always competitive. And I didn't look at the fixture this week and the fixture next week as one being easier than the other. we have to just worry about ourselves, worry about the consistency. We are a very young group, I keep saying it. We're relatively inexperienced for the level. Lots of players that have stepped up from step 5 and players that have stepped up from step 4. Lots of young players, lots of lads that are the first season out of pro clubs where they're adapting to work, and we'll get inconsistencies in our performances just for that alone. It's our job to try and win and then back a win up. We seem to win and then lose, and then win and then lose. We need to try and have that consistent level of performance where we win, and if we don't win the next one, don't lose, so that we're just ticking the scoreboard over. And we haven't managed to do that yet, but look, it's a great group, great dressing room, and congratulations to Leiston, and we'll prep this week and be ready for Telford.
Okay, well, hard luck and good luck next week.
Cheers, thank you.